Yeah, fellows, welcome to the show. I've been reading some of the old archives from the Fast Seduction forum that's now defunct, closed up. I was able to get the archives of my posts. This is the site that started Mystery, RSD Guy, Owen, and everyone else who became a teacher way back in the 2006 era. And I was looking over a silly post titled, "Need help formulating a CF response for this." And apparently the guy was running around in a nightclub. Remember, most PUAs are nerds, geeks, goobers. He was wearing a candy necklace. Yeah, I kid you not. He was wearing a candy necklace. And I posted up to him, my question is, why are you wearing a candy necklace when it does look gay? Because the woman said that looks gay. Woman kept saying that to him. I said to him, I mean, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth constantly that it looks gay to them. Notice I said them. That means the women whom you are trying to pick up and fuck think it doesn't look attractive. That means you're not coming across as the one. That means ultimately no pussy. So why continue to do something that leads down the path to no pussy? A lot of you guys do right now. You do things that lead down the path that leads you to no pussy. I asked them, are you into self-sabotage? Are you the stubborn type that needs to be hit in the head with a brick before you see the light? As some of you guys are. I just don't get it. How about helping me out here? Why do you wear it? And why do you want a stupid comeback when they are telling you it's not turning them on and making their panties wet? And I said, I just asked the girl sitting on my couch about this issue. Now, this is from 2006. I figured out it must have been Jovina. I don't like those necklaces, she said. They are good for a 5-year-old. It's childish. How old is he? In the next post, I wrote, in further asking her questions, since she is a fashion consultant type, as you guys know, Jovina teaches you how to dress for men at the website, howtodressformen.com. If you're on my site, listen to part 2 of the podcast show I just started, coming from the fellow that recommended I read this article. That is a very good article. I'm going to post a link to it in the near future. I'll post my podcast shows up inside my blog. I definitely recommend everybody listen to those shows. Talk about back engineering. He's right. It's almost the exact same stuff I've been saying for years. So Jovina said, it's not cool. When you sweat, they get wet and start streaking. No girl would want that candy colors on their clothes if they mess with you. It looks cute on 5-year-olds, but not grown folks. This is how they thought back then, by the way, 2006. Most of you guys are listening to me. You were, high school? So these were grown men at that time in 2006, 10 years ago, trying to wear candy canes to get attention from just an average female. To think he goes to the store and actually buys probably a bunch of these things. What is he trying to do? Accessorize? Maybe we need to get him on the fashion makeover show. And that's how I knew it was Jovina, because when she started hanging out at my place, it became a permanent figure on my green couch. That's what she watched back then. Huh? She was a permanent figure. I'm like, what the fuck? Every time I came in my room, she was planted on that goddamn couch, watching my cable TV, watching fashion makeover shit. Now we don't have cable. She turned it off. She didn't want to watch it anymore. But she's on YouTube now, watching fashion TV. And that ass print is still in the same spot on the couch.
Quiet.
She's gotten bigger over the years. Let's see. Let me quit fucking with her. So I wrote to him, okay, kid, I hope you take this to heart. You keep hearing it from your targets. You heard it from one of my women. I guess some chicks must have said it was cute on you and you took it way too much to heart. And now you're wondering why other chicks don't like it. Well, look through their eyes. They don't want cute. They want a real man, which you don't want to be. I'm not sure how I found all the archives, but I've downloaded them. I shared them when I had the group open. The group's going to come back, but there's going to be some changes in it. So don't worry, I'm going to bring the group back. I remember back then I had a blog way over in the UK because they're giving out free blogs. So I had the playersupreme.blog.co.uk. Wow. I didn't have my site until 2007 or maybe late 2006. That's when I moved in with Jovina, was 2006 actually. Next was called Hugs, Platonic, ? February 20th, 2006, 9:10 p.m. Wonder what day that was. Must have been a Tuesday because I like to spend my Tuesdays at home. As you guys recall, or maybe it was before I went out, but I got so tired of women that I started dating myself on Tuesdays. I would go to Blockbuster Video when they were open, get a video. Also, one of the girls would give me a black box for the cable, and I watch anime on those nights. But I get some popcorn and some licorice and stuff like that, and I would watch a video all by myself. No sex, no females, shut down, just Tuesday nights. I did do some internet dating stuff. I'd respond to some of the stuff people would write me. I did do a little bit of IM every now and then, but usually it was just for me. So this person was stressing over a hug. I said, you stressing over a hug? It's been too early to start analyzing everything. Next, you'll be wondering if when she almost put a piece of pizza in her mouth and what that meant. These guys back then, they overanalyzed everything. And I see a lot of guys today still overanalyze everything. She blinked her left eye twice. What does that mean, Player Supreme? So, and what that meant. Or when she looked at the floor for 3 seconds, what that meant. How about calling her and setting up a day 2? That's the call back then. Oh, she took control of the whole shit by saying, come here. Apparently the girl said, come here to him and gave him a hug. A hug. Don't let that happen again. Be the aggressor. I just took this off another forum by a chica. And it went, it's just, I am not a sexual aggressor by any means. I like a man to know what he wants and what he likes and get it. I don't think asking makes you pushy. It's persisting when being politely declined that's pushy. She writes, I'm attracted to guys who let me know they like and want me as I do them. It bugs me to think that the fact is, unless I get aggressive, I just won't be so. Like they're afraid of rejection or labeling that holds them back, which is still true today. So many are afraid of rejection, afraid of being labeled. Oh, you're a player. Wear that label with pride. So in turn, I really have issues playing with these guys, and I like guys, damn it. So the poor girls even in 2006 were frustrated. It's gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. And I said to Phil, you should have been the one to initiate the hug and a quick feel of your body pressing to hers. I gave a lot of good advice back then. And I've got tons of these archives, just PDF documents full of them. LJBF. I have no idea what that means. Long JBF, best friend, I don't know. Now want some cock. Someone named Storyteller was having some issues. And I told him I laugh whenever I see someone write this. In truth, we all know you didn't F close her because you chickened out. Oh, let's call him out on something. Let's see what he wrote. L, let's just be friended. That's what that means. Jesus. LJBF myself, possible, question mark, with some chick about 3 weeks ago. Situ looked like this. Day 2, had a chance to fuck her, didn't close the deal because I somehow didn't feel the need to fuck her that night. Happens sometimes, doesn't it? And I said, I laugh whenever I see someone write this. In truth, we all know you didn't fuck close her because you chickened out. That's what they do. They chicken out. I just wasn't feeling it, is their coward excuse. And I've seen people write that to me in recent years. I just wasn't feeling it. No, you were just a fucking coward. Yellow belly fucking coward. Do your push-ups. Who doesn't feel the need to get some new pussy or put a girl on his team? Nobody on this board. And then he goes to write, she cancels day 3. Why? Got buyer's remorse? And he continues, but we somehow ended up on a day 3. At the end of the night, I go in for the kiss because there certainly was enough sexual tension between us. But she pulls away. However, end up kissing her and set up a day 4. Why do you guys do day 3s and days 4s? If it ain't happening by date or day number 2, don't even say date, because every contact. Your second contact is not happening. Sorry, I'm still sick. Get the fuck out. Don't call her. Let her call you. She got you on that dating track. Jovina. Mais agua, por favor. Onda. If you recognize Onda, Mexicans say Ondale. Why did you? I'm not going to be able to finish this, fellas, until I get some water. So we're all waiting on Jovina to give me a bottle of water. Obrigada, senhora. Mein amor. You're making sound effects like I do. No. You finally got to it. Going on week number 4 of the call. She cancels day 4, but I show up at her place pretending I didn't get her cancel message. Wow. Can you guys say wow? She canceled, but he showed up anyway pretending? Can you say creeper? I wonder if I noticed that back then. We end up talking and she starts saying BS like, why did you grab and kiss me on day 3? Do you always do that? And he goes, sure. If I'm attracted to a woman, I grab and kiss her. I don't have a problem with that. Well, obviously she's not digging him from the get-go. And that's what her problem is. And that's what he didn't see. So why do you guys stress out to day 4s on chicks that ain't digging you? Because are not feeling you. Are you that socially inept that you can't recognize the signs that a chick's not digging you?
Yeah, she canceled.
Yeah. Jovina reminds me of my mom. She's like that negative voice in the background. Every time I think of something positive, there she is. Women can become kind of negative after a while. That's when it gets close to the time of replacement with a younger, bigger ass, juicier ass female. Me, sure, if I'm attracted to, I grab her, kiss her. I'm not gonna apologize for that. If it was the right girl, it would have worked. I somehow, let's just befriending myself is, if that's even possible after a couple of minutes, and say, okay. Wow, what a doofus. Continuing, then it'll be better if we be friends. And that's what we agreed on. They're heading for friendship anyway. A couple of days later, we meet up as friends. I wouldn't even contact her again. Why would I waste my player time, my player money, my player thoughts on a bitch you don't want to fuck? No, no thank you. He still thinks he can get in the panties. Why would you waste your time on a female that's not feeling you? I think this, for some of these guys, when they finally get there after years, it's like, oh, I did it. It's like a goal. In the meantime, guys like me fuck 100 different females. By that time, I'm always waiting for one female to come through. And you got to sit there and listen to her talk about the guys like me that broke her heart, took her money that she gave to us freely, and now she feels stupid. But he tries to, live up a big game. We meet up for his friends going to a concert of my friend's band. I am super CNF. That means cocky and funny. Lots of Kino, that means touching, and sexual tension. No, it's sexual tension on hers. If you listen to my new podcast, you'll see what I'm talking about. I feel sorry for females out there. It's a wonder they're even dating us. On the drive home, me. Oh, I am so cold. Her. You want to wear my scarf? It'll keep you warm, honey. At my place. She starts Kino. We end up cuddling in my bed and shit, but I don't even make a move on her and drive her back to her place. I did pick up on it. I said, wow. All this time spent on one girl. Why? I do hope you have 10 other ones you are really working on who show you more promise than this slitch. And breaking his post apart again. 2 weeks later, look how many days have gone by and no pussy. Do you think someone like me could even survive that? 2 weeks later, today, I call her up, but she was busy and says, I'll call you back. She does. We talk for 1 hour on the phone, and by now we have almost too much rapport. That's because he's become her gay buddy. They can lay in bed with gay guys. They're not sexually threatening. She's going to stretch him out and make him keep dating her and wasting his time. He goes, I feel the platonic thing growing and growing. But on the phone, I noticed this. Now I interrupted. I said, the reason I talk on the phone is to give orders and directions. Talking on the phone 1 full fucking hour of your player time shows that you ain't got shit going on for you in your life. Pathetic and desperate is the message that you're sending out. It's obvious that you really like this girl. The power is all in her hands. I think you're saying that let's just be friended yourself. I finally figure out what you're saying. Probably because of your fear of it happening. So you decide to shoot yourself in the foot before she did. Now that's funny shit right there. I said, this post is comical. Thanks, I really needed a good laugh, player. And he continued with, he said to her, let's meet up tomorrow. She says, yeah, I'd want to, but I can't. And he goes, why? I'm meeting someone after school. Cool. Who? And she goes, oh, he writes in there something else. AFC, it's his name. And he goes, sweet. Who is he? And she goes, just some dude that'll be rocking her world, wetting up her sheets, making her suck his funky dick that this idiot didn't get. So I wrote, okay, now I'm rolling on the floor. You actually want to know who she was meeting? Ding, ding, ding. Warning, Will Robinson. Warning, danger, danger. You guys too young for that show, Lost in Space. Now you begin to sound like not only desperate and totally lacking in game, but a stalker also. I will bet you have driven over to her place without her knowing about it to check up on her being truthful with you. Weak males do that. I've been weak before. Oh yeah, you did come over after she had texted you to cancel. So I did pick up on it. You get all the clues and you still do what? You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you? Instead of GFTOW, I don't remember what that means. You keep chasing after your soulmate here, huh? Go fuck 10 other women. Go fuck 10 other women. That's what that meant back then. He continues, I later on say, I'm so glad you finally found someone you are connected with. I kid you not, these are real. Someone who is just perfect because turned out it's somehow her boyfriend, BF or whatever. But she just says, yeah, thanks, and doesn't even agree with me. I think he still thought there was a chance. She never once even confirmed being with someone now. And maybe she's just trying to play games, make me jealous. No idea. I think a lot of guys are psycho. I think some of you guys are kind of psychopaths. You imagine all this shit going on with women in your own heads. And she's not even thinking of that. Continuing, he says, but what's going on here, guys? We're not just friends. We both know this. No, he only knows that. And I said, you both what? More like you know this. She has told you she went on dates with other guys. She probably showed up at Club X with another dude just to give you the fucking clue. Looks like she showed up at the club with someone else. Hey, I just had a good idea. Maybe she's afraid of how powerful your game is. Yeah, that's it. That's why all the ducking and dodging she is doing. Must be true. It still goes on. He writes, every time we are together, lots of kino and sexual tension. Of course, because his dick is hard. Got blue balls. But I'm pretty fine with just being friends. No one-itis, nothing. One-itis when these guys in the earlier days, they were obsessed on just one girl. I don't know if guys are that stupid today. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. But there's a song that reminded me of. I think that's it. I don't want to know if you're playing me. I hate that song. Come on, bruh. Don't go out like a bitch. Oh, God. So he said, no one else. I said, come on, let's be real here. LOL at ya. He writes, she's just a sweet girl and fun to be with. And I said, yep, I wonder how many other fellas on here can see it. It's the sweet ones we end up falling for, you know? And he goes, but I want to analyze this situ. We made a word out of situation, shortened it up, situ. And I'm wrong that her not wanting to tell me about her boyfriend is a big IOI, which I think means signs of interest. Don't know how they came up with that. IOI, signs of interest. It should be SOI, sign of interest, but these geeks, IOI. I mean, she doesn't even respect the AFC she is with. That's the other thing they do. I see a lot of haters. The guy that's banging the pussy, he's suddenly an AFC or a jackass. Just haters. Don't hate the motherfucker that got the pussy. You were strong. Just because he got it and you didn't. That's some weak ass, punk ass shit. She tells me he's just some dude. What women are afraid of, as I learned, because I'm still learning from the article that was recommended. Women are terrified of you guys. No, they're terrified. They don't know how to break it to you. They're afraid you might go postal. Some guy they met suddenly goes crazy. And obviously this guy was a little bit crazy back then. You don't show up unannounced after she done canceled. That's crazy. Let's see. She tells me he's just some dude. Also, could the problem be this? He's still thinking there's a chance. Don't do this, fellas. Don't end up like this dummy. I mean, day fours? If she ain't fucking by day twos, find someone else. And don't say I didn't warn you. Because a girl will put you as a dating choice. Not as a sexual choice, but as that dummy that she pimps out to buy her free dinners. And have some conversation with. That she can complain about guys like me. You know you're there when she starts talking about, as this chick has, about the dude she's seen. After the LJBF, I told her that it wouldn't have worked out. Nice being, vindictive. That wouldn't have worked out anyway. You're kind of fat anyway. You're really not that good looking. Some immature, feminine bullshit. On my forum, someone just got the notice of, the chick he had been boning, had her on the schedule. She called in, or I guess he called her, and she dropped a dime that she's seen someone and we could just be friends. And the brother handled it very, very well. He didn't get immature. I had that happen to me. And they probably couldn't wait for me to call. Just to, say, why don't you come on by? And, I'm kind of seeing someone now. So, okay, well, good luck. And the brother did the right thing. Okay, well, good luck with you. I know the reason why they're telling me this because, they found some boring motherfucker. And I don't tell them, that kind of stuff. Because that particular female called me up a few months later. Hey, what you doing? It's always, hey, what you doing? I know exactly what they want. Okay, look, Taco Bell closes in about 30 minutes. Can you swing by and then come on by? That's all I got to say. I don't fuck for free. After the LB, I told her that it wouldn't have worked out between us anyway because she's too young for me. But she can be my bratty little sister. That's what that David D'Angelo popularized. Treated like a bratty little sister. That's exactly where he got it from. I actually bought that book when I first came online too. Treated like a bratty little sister. Well, you don't fuck your sister. That's where that shit's fucked up. Unless you're, some hillbillies. Trailer park trash. I actually treated her that way the whole time. And today she said to me on the phone, well, you don't think I'm a real woman anyway. Why is he still talking to her? To me, it seems that she's pissed. Frustrated that I treat her like one of my poker buddies, which I don't have a problem with. Bratty little sister. Which makes her think that I am not sexually interested in her. No, it's the fact that he has some homosexual tendencies because he laid down with some pussy and then tried to fuck the pussy. What man does that? How many of you guys would lay down with some pussy and not try to fuck? I hope nobody says I would. If you are, please unsubscribe to my channel. No homo here, okay? You're really just a closet homo that just can't accept the fact that you're gay. Even though I'm in a relationship, a nice, healthy relationship, if I end up in bed with a female, I'm fucking. Sorry, Jovina, but I'm fucking. Okay? I'm going to tear that ass up. I'm going to go buck wild. Because I've been locked up in this relationship for, what, 12 years now, Jovina? She got her headphones on. So don't let me get in bed with some naked pussy that wants to fuck. I'm going to rediscover myself. On the phone today, I asked her about her weekend. Still talking to her. And she told me that she was at Club X Friday. Wasn't there Friday, but what the fuck? Why does she show up at the club knowing that I might be there when she tells me that she has other plans? Okay, do you guys see what she's doing? She's telling him she has other plans so that she can go to the club because she knows that if she has other plans, he won't go. Did you get that? No. I said, no. The game is about getting laid. Let's not add weak-ass semantics to an age-old truth. Men need to get pussy, plain and simple. You guys need to get pussy, plain and simple. Pussy makes you feel good. When you bone a new girl, you feel powerful and in control and king of the world. Your game is strong. She fell for it. So that continued, and I won't bother boring you guys with the rest of it. The idiot that won the CF response, Philos, Philos. I think that's him because there's a comment under that one. He says, secondly, I agree if you have perspiration problems, the Candy necklace isn't for you, but Player Supreme, there are some wonderful prescription antiperspirants to take care of that. Or you could just work on your inner game so that you're not so nervous around women. I'm sure one of these will work. Hope it helps. Guy didn't get it. When you're dancing, you sweat, your body heats up. Candy melts. It should not be nowhere near your armpits. You guys get that, right? You see how stupid his response was? Perspirants. You should be nervous around women. That's why I formed my own site. I started doing I'm the first one to do podcast shows in this community. And the first one to have a paid site. I said to him, kid, you're an idiot. You're also a follower. You mentioned Mystery. I guess he is your idol or guru. Let me state something for you followers of anyone. What works for Mystery works for him. You can't duplicate him. You can't be him. He is a professional entertainer. Do you know what that means? Probably not. It means he had developed this whole persona on getting attention as a magician on misdirection. You are not a professional entertainer. You are a flunky follower who wears candy necklaces and can't understand why the girls you're trying to lay don't like it. I saw how you thought. I went out to interview girls. Fellow, I have women in my home. All I had to do was turn around and say, listen to this fool, and then relay your post and ask a question. I posted her response in hopes that you would see the light, but you're so stuck in your unreality that there is no pulling your head out of the darkness of Mystery's ass. That attitude back there. If looking gay is your thing, then so be it. I will keep laying and boning chicks left and right while you keep on struggling and wondering why they keep clowning you for wearing a stupid ass gimmick. And your comebacks were weak as fuck. If that's the best you can come up with, no wonder you're on here asking for good comebacks to women who call you a faggot. And that was what the problem was, the women were calling a faggot. I would wish you luck, but why bother? You're only going to waste your time with a lame-ass comeback, which I will never read. Of course, you think I will check back to see what you wrote. When you don't see a response, you'll know that I'm a man of my word. The only reason why I came back is because the same girl was asking if you learned your lesson yet. Same girl came over, put that ass print on my couch, watching burn up my cable. But she paid for it later. Which is another difference between me and you. I'm a man while you're a foolish boy running around trying to look cute. Cute doesn't get you laid like a rock star. Cute gets you a pinch on the cheek from the honeys and a pat on the head as men like me walk off to fuck the shit out of them and take their money. There are issues about me taking girls' money back then, having girls pay for shit. Yeah, they had issues about it. I'm not joking. In quotes, tell him when another woman says it looks gay, give it up. This is Jovina, I believe. Tell him also that coming up with stupid comebacks will only turn them off after they were pointing out a flaw in your game approach. Even my gay son, it's Jovina, would think it's gay. And I said, the bitch who was on my couch this evening waiting for me to finish with this foolishness of schooling your young ass. I was quoting her. Yeah. Next post was on pulling girls with boyfriends. And, I didn't believe in that back then, although I've done it. Well, the closest I came to doing that was in Vegas. A girl was dancing with a black dude, and I went up. He was dancing with her. I went up behind her, started humping on her ass. Turned around, took over the dance. The brother skulked off, looking mad. I was at the top of my game then. In one of my photos, I'm wearing a sweatsuit with a light blue sweater. A South Pole back then was a popular brand. She bought the entire outfit for me. All right, let's see. Mr. Adam wrote, pimps. I don't post often, but I read daily. I got some concerns about the complexity of the game. It cracks me up when intellectuals start thinking about the dating game. Because, of course, they make it rocket science. Something simple as going to a girl, asking her, simple question, what's your name? They make it into a rocket science. And they make it hard because they got a Sarge. We all know one of the basic rules is to post up and wait to be chosen by a female. What if there is a female that is sending some choosing instinctively, but trying to cover it up? Like acting like she isn't noticing you. This goes on a lot with square chicks. No, it doesn't. They dig you, but they try to act like they don't. Oh, okay. So I've got two theories, he goes. She likes you, but at the moment she can't hook up, i.e. boyfriend. Could be, it's true. 2, she isn't down at all, and perhaps I'm getting the trick aspect seeping back in. That could be true too. What you notice that's missing? He didn't man up, step over, and find out how deep the rabbit hole went. All he has is a bunch of big brain. He had the big high foreheads and a little bit of hair on the top. Big brain responses. Coming up with some theories instead of being a man, stepping over, find out how deep the rabbit hole goes. Because obviously she was getting some signals. If you ever see a female giving you signals, fellas, step over. Find out if there is interest. Don't be cowards. pink-skinned little baby rats or piglets running around, squealing. Step over like men. See how deep that rabbit hole goes. He goes, let me interject here for a moment. 1, you said the basic rules to post up. Sorry, I don't sit like a bitch waiting to be chosen. Is me responding. My game is much more aggressive than that, but we all know the basics that ultimately women do the choosing. If this was what you meant, then excuse me. Number 2, on your second point, you need to speak for yourself. Just because the trick seeps back into you doesn't mean it happens universally. Some of us may be sociopaths, and being a trick doesn't even cross our minds. And Mr. Adam wrote, is it appropriate to pimp on or peruse her, which seems to be considered a no-no or just peak game, and realize that if she really feels you, her choosing would be blatant? No. Women don't have to give you blatant choosing. A quick glance of the eyeball into your eyeball, that's all it takes for them, i.e. strong eye contact. I see that most square chicks don't have the confidence to choose straight up, but they do have the confidence to glance at you with that quick eyeball. So do you pimp on or move in? Again, his cowardice. Step over, find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, okay? Or let it be your loss. I would step over and find out if there was interest. Listen, Adam, you're also throwing the word pimp around in the wrong place. You should have posted this over and chop it up. Don't remember where that was. But on the player tip, let's finish your post. If I understand you correctly, after some bitch that has a boyfriend, understand you correctly, you're after some bitch that has a boyfriend, yeah. Okay. No. I will take it from my opinion on this level. Having done this stupid type of thing and lived to tell about it, let me say there are plenty of fish in the sea, and don't get all caught up on just one. I guess you were right about the trick coming out in you, because this is what a trick would do. The fact that you even wasted time posting about one bitch shows this to be true. If you're a woman watching me, excuse my use of the word bitch. That was the language we used back in the days. Think of all the fine women out there, and you're getting your knickers all in a bunch over one hoe just because she smiled at you. Women love to get you chumps all riled up and excited. Why? Because they can, and it makes them feel good. Remember that, fellas. Now, this hoe is with someone, and what makes you think her freak ass wouldn't do the same damn thing to your trick ass? Picture this. You're out with her freaky ass at the club. You're all uptight because you know she's going to be throwing looks at every player who walks by. Now your game is busted. You feel weak and powerless. Then you start looking for men who you feel are better looking than you are, and you try to point them out before she sees them to act like it ain't no big deal. I had women do that to me also. Well, there's one with a big ass that you would like. By the time she is done with you, you will have no self-esteem left. I've seen women do this to me hundreds of times. They will find, I just told you guys that. They will find fine women, point them out. I don't know why women do that. Well, it's their insecurity, but damn. Or try to point them out, or try to first. Not knowing I spotted their asses the moment they walked in. That they think I must be slow. I saw them bitches waiting for they even saw them. Because I hyper-focus outwards. Now, if you're getting all riled up over one single bitch, then what the fuck are you doing sitting there like one waiting for her to be the man and step to you? It's funny, a bitch was just talking about this shit recently. I got some quotes. It's just that I'm not a sexual aggressor by any means. I like a man who knows what he wants and what he likes and get it. I believe I read that already. So let me just go ahead and skip it. I was re-quoting it. because I had talked to a female that said that. And I said, and then I quote that entire phrase that she said, word she said, is that then I go and read your post. Wow, the universe works in mysterious ways at times. Now, I'm not saying hoe chase like a chump. Of course, you've read enough of the game to know the difference in how to do approaches. I'm scrolling down. And I guess that was my last comment to them. And we'll go to the post. So anyway, when I get the bring the group back up, I'm going to share more of these, so you can learn, original game, fellas. The game hasn't changed since 2006, 2007, and I've got a ton of these old posts off the now defunct Fast Seduction Forum. I was spitting raw fire back then. The guys that listened to me that bought my past shows episodes, their game grew. Okay. So again, the game hasn't changed. What time is it? Oh, I got a few more minutes. Maybe I'll share another one with you. Celebrity gossip opener. That just sounds stupid. Never mind. Huh. Talking dirty during sex. February 24th, 2006, 1:05 a.m. I probably just came home from the club and popped off a quickie. Or I was alone. I seem to recall your screen name as one of those dweebs who came out of nowhere when I first showed up here. I talked a lot of shit. But I will overlook that and post some shit for you. Quotes. Yes, baby. Your pussy feels good. Squeeze it, baby. That's it. Tighter. Yes, baby. Can you feel me? Take it deeper now. That's it. Squeeze. They were looking for words of talking dirty, and I gave them some. You belong to me. This is my home, where I come to find peace between your thighs. Take me in. You're my woman now. This was my mind-fucking words. Squeeze. My precious little girl, that's it. Your pussy feels good, baby. Blah, blah, blah. I feel embarrassed to read this shit. But I said that shit to girls. Even breathe with me while you kiss her. Let me taste your breath in mine. You have a man who will protect you. You belong to me, blah, blah, blah. My love. Don't use that one, but my woman. Oh, that feels so good. I said the trick with a girlfriend is open your heart during the sex act and let it pour out from your mouth. I said girlfriend, not girl you're fucking. Nothing beats this power. Then you can program what you want in her mind. Notice I said you belong to me. Powerful shit when said during sex if her mind is opened up. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't quite understand that when a girl's having an orgasm, her subconscious mind is wide open. And that's when I started learning how to do what's called mind fucking. Things I say to girls during sex and while they're having orgasms, it kind of went to the subconscious mind. It made them addicted to me. Lessons learned. Number one, I guess you didn't get a chance to use my words on her in bed. I'm answering the fellow from the earlier post. Two, I think I posted that players become consummate liars in this game. And it's funny, I just posted this. Wow. Holy fuck. And yes, I'm an evil man for breaking these women's hearts. Some would say I was damaged as a kid, but who the fuck cares? This is how the game is played if you want to rise to the top. You got to keep your heart in check. Otherwise, you're not fit for this level of game. When I release my heart to someone, as I'm currently doing with my Portuguese girl, she will and does deserve it. But when you're in the trenches of this game A soldier has to be what he is, not some pansy-ass fruit fly taking women flowers on Sundays in hopes of getting a hug or a kiss. I ruled my women. I fuck them in any hole that I choose to, and they do it gladly and willingly. Why? Because I conquered them. I didn't pussy around simping and grinning. I cold-heartedly opened their hearts and minds and made it my playground. If you don't have the stomach for it, get the fuck off the site. This is chess, not checkers, over here at, oh yeah, from the Pimps Network. Real players of the game. Now, this doesn't apply to you, Putnik. Excuse me. I guess he was a Russian fellow. But there are things you can take from messages. When you play with a woman, you have to be prepared to absorb their pain when you hurt them. Otherwise, this game of running women isn't for you, and you should stick to just having a girlfriend. And I still believe that. If you are not ready for the backlash or the backwash of pain when they find out that you've been cheating them, this ain't the game for you. Okay? I said you can try living pimp tight, which was a style from the Pimps Network back then, of being these laissez-faire guys that women chase and run up to them and buy them drinks. I'm not good looking. I wasn't a pretty boy back then. So I debunked the pimp tight shit on the Pimps Network. Anyway, pimp tight, which is the style where you tell the women, as I did for several years, that you're seeing others, and if you don't like it, there's a door. And that's what I do recommend today. Take a choice. You have a choice. Either tell the truth or be the old-fashioned type player and lie. And I did the lying thing for all through my 30s, so I got to my late 30s, actually early 40s. I was old before I started being honest. But it made life so much easier. I didn't have women, like one girl kicked my back door in. I had already gotten the girl out of there. Another one kicked my window in. The doctor female was still there. I got rid of that one. Had the doctor female suck. No, we finished sex. Then I had the girl that kicked my window and sucked my dick. That's how I rolled. Putnik, look at how I treat women. In order for her to make her choice, she must respect you. And this is quoting a woman. I can't respect a man that's going to piss in the corner if I say boo to him. And I said, if she is sitting so high up in your head on a pedestal, then she will immediately sense this and take her position appropriately, which is high up in your mind. That's not where you want a female. I found few women who are not looking for the man who will not bow to them and will put them in their place. So basically, I found women that didn't want a man to bow to them. I still found those kind of women. Women are genetically programmed to seek out dominant males, and if you're pussyfooting around with them, you will get no respect. They are looking for the one, and women are looking for the one. That one guy that will rock their world, that they can settle down with and produce babies with. And he's got to be better than average. He's got to have charisma, fellas. Something that we need to imbue some of you guys with. In other words, swag. Continuing, the one male who can break them so they can relax and feel safe. These women will test your manhood to see if you're the one all the time until you teach her who's the boss, like a horse. Look at the words this girl whom I'm punishing with the lack of my presence in her life. Ooh. This girl said, I made a very big mistake. Now I'm humbling, begging for your forgiveness. I thought you didn't care about me and had forgotten me and wanted to get rid of me. You have been so short with me. Do you care? It is the first time I freaked out like this. Can it be repaired? All I have ever wanted is you and to see you. What's a shame, fellas, is I don't even remember which girl this was. Out there in my garage, Jovian wanted me to throw them away. I have got tons of cards and letters from women all through my 30s. I didn't even bother reading until later. And a lot of pain in those letters out there. The player path is a hard path, okay? I was too busy having fun, laughing and giggling and skipping out the door to be bothered. You know, I back then I hated to have conversations. I learned to talk to women in my late 30s, early 40s. Really too old for that kind of shit. So I want to pass it on to you. Learn to sit down and talk to your females. But anyway, she continues, all I ever wanted is you, see you. You know that. After all this time in building, emails and the like, months of me being obedient to you, trying to please you, will you forgive me now? I have no idea what she did. You know how much I love you. I guess the question is, do you have any love for me? Part of my old self pops out. I love these hoes, but if she was in my life, I care for every person that came into my life at some level. You have forgiveness for me? And then her next email. I see what I did is unforgivable. What the fuck should she do? I know by what you have told me that you have dismissed many for less of an offense. Yeah, I dismiss a female if she tried to disrespect me. When I read, in quotes, my belief was that you go out on the weekends with your friends dancing and stuff, so I'm not worried about what you needed, in quotes. Combined with the silence, lack of your affection, and the pitiful discussion group coming at me in the same day when I was scared, in pain, and so very doubtful of your affection, it totally broke me. I failed in the worst way. I am message earlier, I have no integrity or dignity left. I am sorry, words cannot be erased. I was weak, scared, hurt, alone, and confused, and I broke. She must have screamed at me or something. I will not bother you further. Okay. I didn't realize that I put so much of my life up on that forum there, fellas. There's a lot of old IMs, a lot of old posts or emails. I said, and the one I mentioned above, named Tanya, who I also cut loose recently, had this to say, because last time I checked you, you rejected me. This was your decision. I told you I wanted to be with you, but you decided to move on. You wanted some half-ass see you when I see you bullshit, and that doesn't work well for either of us. So if you're in transition, it should be a good thing, right? Better things around the corner, if not staring you in the face, huh? I hope you are doing okay. I'm just hanging on by a thread. I know things will get better sooner or later. I'm on the verge still. The heavens are about to open up for me, and it will be a beautiful thing. Until I am hiding out, waiting for the storm clouds to pass and my gloominess to be lifted. You gotta be so powerful that you have an effect on your women. At this level, you've got to be a force of nature, like I've talked about. So I said to Putnick, the game does have its dark side, Putnick. Top players and soldiers of this game come with the blood of women's broken hearts on their sleeves, which makes me not even want to teach this stuff anymore, fellas. But this is my last year. Cue from a woman. Here's what you can do. Get online, purchase a ticket to Sacramento, California, fly out, and I will dog you out just like I do most of the other women in my town and send you back home with a smile on your face. I guess it was a female who got on that goddamn board. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing these on my forum. Some of them are humorous. Some of them irritate the fuck out of me dealing with these idiots. But as you can see at the level that I was at, and you can hear by the women's broken hearts, I was at a whole different level. These guys were trying to, I don't know, wife a female up, date these girls or what, whereas I was playing. The consummate player, the master player. If you haven't gone to my store, go to my store, get what you need to help you out, fellas. Because there are things that you need in this game. Swag, which is confidence, a cool style to you. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, or whatever. Okay? I've seen an East Indian guy. And East Indians are known to be the most nerdiest of nerds. But he had cool swag. He knew Juvena. He was trying to date her roommate. Jovina. Yeah. Take your headphones off. Do you remember the East Indian guy?
Yes, I do.
Could he dance?
Yes, he could.
Yeah, he could actually dance. Sorry to my East Indian brothers, but you guys aren't known to be good dancers. Just like Asian guys aren't known to be good dancers. I remember the dude, and he seemed like he was. A lot of people are stuck in the race. He didn't seem like he was stuck in his race.
No.
He was just too cool for school, right? He just seemed like a cool dude. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I had a chance to actually talk to him a few times because he tried to date,
Lorna, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just normal guy. I mean,
Just a normal dude, yeah. I've seen Asian guys who didn't get all hung up on the whole Asian thing. One dude drove a muscle car, American made. A lot of Asians, they drive Asian vehicles. But this dude, he went against the grain. He had actually walked in this club with, I think he was 4 females deep, and tried to hook me up with one of them. Blocky looking, stocky, wearing a jean coat, pair of jeans, and a t-shirt. So he didn't do the whole, I'm Asian, I gotta be Asian thing. The guys that with the cool swag, they don't get caught up in their shit, basically. They come at women as just normal guys with a flair. You gotta have a flair. I remember when I was dating that Mac makeup chick, we were driving in her car, she was driving her car. Down the road, there was a white dude on a motorcycle, and he was dancing. He was like stroking his butt up and down, and it was like a white dude with some flavor. That's what she said too. And I'm sure that dude got a lot of dates because he was like having a party on his bike. So we've got to learn to step out of the nerdiness, the mind lock, dead shit that we walk around in, overthinking shit, worrying about shit, and let your coolness come out. I just found an old book that I helped co-write on charisma. And I just was reading some of the exercises in there. I'll see if I can bring that book back out again. But there's a lot of good exercises in there. Help releasing your natural charisma. Anyway, fellas, I've overstayed, talked too long, ran my mouth. I'm out of here. Peace.